So first of all, how did we meet?
I think we met through a mutual friend. So a friend of ours introduced, gave me your details. So then I called you up and then.
What did you guys mainly talk about at the time? Like what triggered the moment to start talking about, I don't know, property or investing or whatever?
Well, I guess we were looking at retiring soon. So, or something like that. They're really preparing for retirement. So, and then because my friends were talking about what they've done with their super and all that type of thing. So I thought, well, that would make sense. So, I guess super being one of those things that, I guess with most people, you've never really looked into it. Basically, as long as it's getting paid, companies paying for it and all that type of stuff. I've never personally figured out how much I'll have in there. Is that enough and all that type of thing.
Yeah. And what made you want to reach out? Like what was happening at the time, life, financially? What made you want to reach out?
No, there wasn't really anything major happening at that point in time. It was just like, okay, we were just talking about some friends, like what they've done, and then they've said.
I think it's when Leia and bought the property.
Oh, that's right.
And then kind of talk about.
So friends of ours actually had bought an investment property. So I guess with most of them, they were talking about stuff that they've done, and then someone said, "Oh, this is what we've done with our super."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with us financially, we never really had that much savings, so there's not enough to buy a personal investment property. So
as a cash deposit kind of thing.
Yeah, we don't have a cash deposit or anything like that. So then friends of ours said, "Oh, you can just use your super." So that's when I asked, "Oh, what were they doing?" And then they mentioned you. So and that's when we contacted you.
Yeah. Was there a time that made you like, crap, like we got to do something? We got to change this. We got to do something.
Not really, because we haven't been really thinking about it because we don't have kids. We only kind of live for a moment. But then when we're talking with them, they kind of suggested that what they've been doing, and we just, oh, maybe we can try it.
Was there any fear in investing?
We just don't know anything about because we haven't really thought about it. Like again, living one day at a time. We don't have kids. We don't have, we don't. Look into that future much. And,
well, when they said to us, if they set up through SMSF, you don't really. They said there's really no initial money outlay. Anything like that.
So when we started, we met, we got through what we had to go through, figure out where you're at, where you want to be. How can we do this? How can we support you? All that stuff. I'm sure with anything new, it's kind of a little bit, scary or the unknown, and there's a bit, we don't know what we don't know. What were you most afraid of at that point after we kicked off or started the whole thing?
I don't think there was anything that I was fearful of, if anything, because I thought really the residential markets or the units of bricks and mortar is fairly stable.
Yeah.
Yes, the prices are going up, and then they said that it might go down, but it's not going to go down. I don't think it's going to go down that drastic.
Yeah, but what about losing money or picking the wrong thing, or are we doing the right thing? Does Henry even know what he's talking about? I'm serious, right? All of this would have gone through your mind at some point, surely.
No, I guess when you explained to us the numbers, and I was thinking about it, and it's like, that seems pretty safe. I don't think there was any major downfall, I guess. But because really with the super, I don't know. For me, it seems stocks is a bit more riskier than actual bricks and mortar more than anything.
So you prefer the property?
I think that's probably
safer,
better investment. Yeah. Because like I said, looking at, I was just telling this to friends, I've had 30 years of building my super up, and it was only up to a certain amount. And basically within a year of the SMSF or year and a half of the SMSF, I basically earned 30%?
In 1 year?
In
the 30 years that you built the whole thing?
In the 30 years that I built the whole thing. So it's like I'm not going to earn that much in a year if I just kept it as a super fund, right?
Yeah.
Like how the companies were investing them, which is mostly on stocks.
I think for context as well, so we first met, we started off with the superannuation side, because you said you spoke to your friends and you want to set up the SMSF, and we helped with the property side of things. And then it's been a year and a half or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we did a review, and then actually now the numbers actually looks pretty good that we can do something in the personal names. Obviously we just got the approval and unconditional on the personal name as well. So you're doing another house there. So now you got 2 properties.
I've got 2 properties.
Well, 3 with your house.
Yes.
In a space of a year and a half when, that was never even come to mind before that.
No. Because like I said, we never really had the cash for that initial deposit as usual when you're buying a property, right? So you normally need 20% to sort of save on LI. So that's one of the things that I've always tried to avoid paying for that loan mortgage insurance or LMI.
So this is let's talk about this. So now we're here and it's happened, and now you're like, was there anything that surprised you now that you've done it? Like, was there anything that once we got started that it was actually, oh wow, that was surprising? I guess the deposit is one. We keep going on about with our team and our clients, like literally, like you don't need to use your savings to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not your own cash savings. Not if you want to. If you don't want to, it's fine. If you want to, it's fine. If you don't want to, it's not required. But anything else that was surprising in the journey so far?
No, not really. Because I guess I don't know. Maybe I had a basic understanding of how with the amount of loans that I've taken throughout the years, I've sort of built up a basic knowledge of what is actually required.
Yeah.
Like from the borrower.
Yeah.
Like,
from an application point of view.
Yeah, from an application point of view. So I need to, at least, like I said, you need to have at least 20% deposit or something like that. But because we've built up equity on our property, that's what we were able to use. So we didn't really have an initial cash outlay of anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And was there anything that's that you thought was going to be complicated before you started any of the journey, and turns out actually it wasn't that hard? It's pretty easy.
It was more of really the application, getting stuff approved more than anything.
What do you mean?
By thinking
I think that's what you're nervous about, about getting approved. But he keeps saying, Yeah,
it's gonna be it's all right. It's gonna happen.
You've got other clients not better than us. Then
I guess I'm a very impatient.
Yeah.
If anything, I just want to.
Mate, I told you jumped the gun for everything. I told you not to sign anything. You already signed it. I was like, no, we need to wait.
Yeah, but I just want to be I want to be when I get there, I know I've got everything set up already.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always asking questions. What do you need for this? Do we need this? Do we need this? Because that's, like I said, that's one of the things that, me thinking of how the application's going to go.
Yeah.
I need to prepare all the documentation and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
If you had to describe this whole experience and this whole journey to a friend over a drinks or something, or over a dinner, how would you describe it? Or maybe I'll start with you, Zeny.
Unexpectedly pleasant, because we don't know anything. I don't know anything about this, but then seeing the result, when he shows me the value of the property now compared to when we bought it, and then it kind of it's a pleasant. Maybe that's the surprise factor about it. Oh, it's really working. It's pleasant. A good thing.
How would you describe it to a friend though, if you were to refer us on, for example?
First of all, the trust is already there because you were recommended by friends already, and that's why we started it. The trust is already there, and then the result came in, and that's even better. And then when it comes up in a conversation with friends, then we mention it, and they kind of get interested. We kind of explain. We haven't known this before, but now look at this one. This is the value of the property now, and compared to what if we just remain with the super. So really. So it kind of goes well with the conversation.
Nice. How would you describe it, Miller, over drinks to a friend about this whole thing?
Oh, it was for me. It was regrets.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Please expand.
I'm regretting that I didn't do this 10 years earlier. when the houses, the
half of the price back then.
So what it is now.
If it had been known it before, we could have done it earlier.
Yeah, so that was the only thing. But I said to them, I say to them, look into it. I mean, of course, this is how it worked for me or for us. And hopefully it will do the same thing for you guys. So you know, because some of them are actually working longer than I am. So they said, or you know, they might have a bigger super
balance, yeah.
balance to begin with. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be a whole lot easier for them. They need it.
So how do you feel now compared to where you started when you first met, or before that, to where you are now? You just literally signed the loan docs for your second investment property.
Yeah.
So you got 3 properties. It's pretty nuts.
I know, it's crazy. So I guess
How do you feel about it?
a bit more relaxed now, I guess, and because they're 2 different things as well. Like, because the first one was SMSF, and then this one was like a personal investment. So even though the processes are pretty similar, there were still differences between the 2 of them.
Of course.
And all the type of stuff. But yeah, I feel relaxed now and at ease, and I have a better peace of mind, I guess. Like, you know, looking what's going to happen in 10 years,
10
time,
years
5 years time, 10 years time.
Knowing you're taking the steps
it's
now.
a little bit, you know, hopefully it's a little bit of a safety net of when it comes for us retiring.
Zeny, anything you want to add?
Yeah, comfortable now with
Really?
like with our relationship, with how you tell us things,
Yeah.
the result as well. So
What is something that you have done now that you genuinely did not think you would ever do? Did you expect to have 2 properties ever
No.
before this?
Never.
we're happy with where we are. We didn't know, like, you know, we didn't know any better. But yeah.
You just were living life and enjoying?
Yeah, because we don't have kids, so we just go on holidays when we want to.
Yeah.
We can go anywhere, we can do anything.
Disneyland Paris, I can see.
Never thought of, and we never thought really of maybe the most would be to renovate the house, but that's all. Like, we're happy with where we are.
Yeah.
But now, like, we couldn't believe that we're going to be owning, or we own 2 properties now. So
Well, 3 with your house.
3, we really never thought about that.
Yeah. That's pretty
but
cool.
it's a good result. Yeah, you know.
So now we got, you know, at least I can now go to 3 more Disneylands. I need to go to 3 more Disneylands.
I think they'll let it do its thing first.
Japan, Hong Kong, and China, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's the last 3. I only had 2 to go.
One last few questions. So if somebody was watching this and they're in the position that you were in before we met, going through the similar stuff, what would you say to them to help, to support?
We know this guy, Henry.
Yeah.
And he can probably help you. He can
Yeah.
explain
So
things
probably,
Yeah. It doesn't have to be about me, but I mean, like,
Yeah, but because of, like,
if for me, it was like, you know, this is what I actually say to them. I said, this is what I've done. Like, you know, look into it, see if you can do it. And I don't think you'll have any problems. Yeah, there might be a little bit of fee, but, you know.
do you think that's what's stopping people?
Probably, yes. It's always
The fear of what, though?
Fear. I guess, look, you built up to a certain point that wealth, right? And you don't want to lose it. And I guess with what happened, I don't know, back in 2007 when we had the
2008 GFC.
2000 GFC.
Yep.
Like, you know, the house price, the market really crashed.
Yep.
But after that, market's been really, really growing. And, you know, and I guess there's always going to be the fear of interest rates, whether they can afford it, whatever happens.
I see.
When that happens.
So cash flow is a big one.
Yeah, it's always a big one. Yeah. I know some friends of ours signed up before, but then at the last minute pulled back because they said, it was just, there was, I guess, too many uncertainties.
Okay.
You know?
On that note, how do you think I, or this business has kind of helped you with those uncertainties? Because that's the real piece there. Because, you know, I'm on the other side of the table, right? And so I see this all day, every day. We see literally hundreds of clients, you know, in a year basis. I've probably sat through a couple of thousand meetings in my 11-year career, just like this. So I'm used to it. But my point is, you know, I see it over and over again.
Yeah.
So cash flow and uncertainties and all that. So how have we helped? So now you're able to own 3 properties.
I guess for me, really, it's more of the transparency.
Okay.
You say, this is how it's going to go, right? You've always explained, show me the figures and all that type of stuff, and how to, you know, look at them and all that. and then you go, right, this is what's going to happen at this point in time, this point in time, and this point in time. And that keeps getting, we keep hitting those.
Oh, okay. So every time I say something, it happens, and then that builds more confidence, more certainty,
exactly.
and okay, I see.
So that's what I'm saying, and like what she said before, the trust has been built already.
Yeah.
Even though like maybe at the first time it was still, dicey, if anything. Like we weren't quite sure about it.
Yeah. But like, sure about what though? I mean, multiple things. Like, I'm assuming not sure about us as a business, as me. Not sure about
like
this
what
is the
you
right
said,
thing.
because you've been referred to by friends, and there's been a few of our friends that you've dealt with.
Yeah.
And that's close friends. And then I've also, like, after talking to you, and I think going to your first office, I was looking at your Wall of Fame type thing. And
The photos about clients.
I know the person. I know the person. So it's like not just our close friends, but also other friends that we've known, and and I thought, well, if they're into it, so it looks like they're, it's a good
It's like
thing.
witnessing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was the main thing. So yeah, and then
Nice.
talked about it, and it's like, okay. And then after that, like I said, with regards to the transparency with you saying, because sometimes people say to you and go, and then after that you gotta go. Oh, when you say to us, this is all you need, right? And then when we get to that time, you need something else. You need some more. That for me, then if that had happened with our dealings, then we would have just gone, nah, I'm putting a stop to this. I'm not going to go through with it. Like, but
The consistency and the fact that it unfolds every single time.
Yeah.
And then
there wasn't any, because you said, this is going to happen at this point in time, and then it happened. Because sometimes, when you're dealing with other people, they say, this is what's going to happen at this point in time. But then when that comes, and then you go, sorry, it didn't happen because of this, this, and this. Like, so there was no, for me, if something like that happens, then it makes me think that they really know what they're doing, but that never happened with our dealings with or with the company.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's it.